Hey guys, I'm coming to you from the bottom of Mount Squawky for the first edition of Tackle It Thursday. What does that mean? That means I find a chore that I really don't want to do and try to make it exciting by giving it a catchy name and timing myself to see how long it takes me to do the chore that I really don't want to do. So today's chore is cleaning out the chicken coop. Not very exciting, not very fun. A little about the chicken coop. We built the chicken coop on the top of Mount Squawky. This is our winter coop. We have a mobile coop that the chickens live in the summer. But in the winter time, my husband built this coop up at the top of the Mount Squawky because it gets the best sun. And you'll see it's about 1 p.m. here and it's still shaded. So this is the one spot on the property that actually gets some sun in the afternoon. And he had to build it lightweight so it doesn't come tumbling down this hill, because wouldn't that be a sight? Have all your chickens in your coop and then it just comes rolling down the hill. So he built it with PVC and then wrapped it in chicken fencing, and the floor of it is pallets so that he would have something solid to anchor to. You want to know the downside to pallets for a floor? You have to stick your hand in between each slat and pull out the muck, the straw and the poo and the pee, all the stuff. So I don't love that. I do it once a month during the winter months because otherwise chickens actually have very sensitive respiratory systems. And if you leave that gunk in there and it starts to mold with the rainwater and you leave it in there, and they can get sick. So once a month I put on my gloves, I pull my hair back so I don't have hair in my face, throw on some rain boots, and I go up there and I muck out the chicken coop. So in the interest of not doing that anymore, I thought about putting down some heavy-duty plastic on the flooring to last the rest of this winter so I can just sweep it out, because wouldn't that be nice? Cut my time down, I'm sure. Currently it takes me at least 2 hours to clean out the coop, so probably sweeping it would be like a half an hour. So I think I'm gonna do that today. This coop is on its way out. He just built it last year. It was definitely like a trial and error. A few things that are wrong with it. The roofing is, I'm looking at it in the camera. The roofing is just tarps because you have to keep it lightweight, and we don't have wind here. Not anything substantial, but even so, they've torn and they're tattered. And so that's not working. The whole frame of it is kind of moving down the hill a little bit. And then, like I said, the floor is a mess. So we're gonna leave it for the rest of this winter because the rain season has already started. But this spring, I think he's gonna build me a more substantial coop up on the hill. So he may have to anchor it some way, and I'll let him figure that out. But in the meantime, he's gonna put a new tarp on the top and secure it so that they're comfortable for the winter. And I'm gonna go clean out the coop. So let's talk about exercise. You don't have to go to the gym to exercise. By the time I'm done with this coop today, going up and down this hill a million times, squatting down because you get yourself in real precarious positions because you certainly don't want any of that on you, and trying to get all of it dug out from between those pallets, I will have had my exercise for the day. So no gym membership required. So yeah, I'm gonna go up, and I do keep them, so we have a electric fence that runs around the coop. It keeps the predators out, but it also keeps them in. And I did just let them free range from the time I got them up in the morning. But what started happening is they're laying their eggs all over the homestead and I can't find them. And then a skunk finds them. So to keep them from doing that, I just keep them in the chicken yard up there until noon or 1. And then I turn them loose and let them go do their chicken thing for the rest of the day. And then when it starts to get dark, they just automatically go back up to the coop because they're good chickens. So I'm gonna go turn them loose and start cleaning out this coop. So pray for me. What are you guys doing for exercise that's unconventional? We don't need treadmills around here. We don't need an elliptical. We need a dirty chicken coop. Okay? Okay. There's my babies. My fat little chickens. Whew, this hill is so slippery. So they're excited. I got 10 hens and 2 roosters. We keep 2 roosters in case something happens to one, because we do live in the forest and, you know, predators are a thing. So they're excited. They're ready to go and tear up the whole homestead. I think they're gonna probably go hang out in my garden and see what worms they can find. So they're ready. Are you guys ready? Everybody ran down to my compost bin, and I had my husband and my son pull the compost from last year out so that we can use it, and the bin's empty for when I clean out the coop. And so they are all going through there seeing if they can't find some worms. So they're happy chickens. The whole time I've been cleaning out this coop, there had been 2 hens in one of the nesting boxes laying. And one just finished. You can hear her in the background. She's telling me all about it. She was fine with me being in there. She didn't fuss. But as soon as she was done laying that egg, boy, oh boy, she's just telling me all about it. And there's the other one. We're just making some eggs. This is why we do this, because the eggs are unbeatable. So this is what we end up with. That's probably about 1.5 bales of straw, and then the disgusting unmentionables that come out of my chickens. So I've tried this several different ways. Initially I tried a wheelbarrow, and the wheelbarrow was a nightmare. I have a hard enough time moving a full wheelbarrow down this hill, when it's dry. In fact, I don't do very good at it. I dump it. So imagine after it's rained, it was a nightmare. I'm slipping, I'm sliding, it's dumping over, wasn't working. So through trial and error, I figured out if I lay a tarp down, throw all that gunk onto the tarp, then I can just grab 2 corners of it and drag it down the hill to my compost pile. So that's what I'm gonna do next. This muck turns into really good dirt for your garden, but you have to put it in a compost pile and get it good and hot to kill any pathogens and yucky bugs that are in there, so you're not putting that back into your soil and then eating it, basically. So everybody's got to go down the hill into the compost, and we got to water it and turn it, and that's a whole headache by itself. So that's next, pulling it down the hill. We're gonna have a poop sled. Yep, said it. Well, this is as far as I'm gonna get today. I stretched some plastic down the center, but I didn't bring enough plastic up. And I'm over it, and I'm hot. So I'll come work on it tomorrow. The center's covered for today. The roost bars are still open so they can sit on there and sleep. So got 3 more eggs just since I've been up here cleaning the coop, so that's why we do this. I have to remind myself that because I'm hot and I'm tired. Ironically, what have I eaten today on keto? I've had 2 hard-boiled eggs. What do you make for dinner when you've been outside all afternoon? Which, by the way, it's been right at 2 hours. What am I making for dinner? Chicken. I like stuff that is easy to make when I'm outside doing work in the afternoons. So I have chicken thawed out, which I will go just throw in the oven with some seasoning, throw some frozen veggies in, and call in that dinner. So you guys have a great day. I love you. Goodbye.